Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, everybody. My name's Idris Watts. I'm the founder of Quranic Circle and the teacher on the 1 year Quranic Arabic foundation course connecting to the Quran. The whole point of this course, connecting to the Quran, is a 1 year foundation course in order that people study the Arabic based on the Quranic vocabulary and the grammar found in the Quran, so that within 1 year they're actually able to access the Quran and understand it and engage with it in the language it was revealed. Many people have a passion to be able to study the Arabic language, but most courses are not actually designed in order to facilitate their understanding and appreciation of the Quran. They're usually just basic Arabic courses without that focus, and that makes it particularly difficult for people who are studying Arabic part-time, and many people have been on Arabic courses and just lost the motivation, or just circumstances preventing them continuing studying the language, and they end up feeling a bit disheartened. The whole focus of this course is to prove to you that you can engage with the Quran at a pace that's comfortable for you, and an approach that facilitates you to learn this language and understand the Quran, even though you're doing it part-time, and even though you're a busy person with a work life and a family life, that this is possible to do this with but at the pace you can handle. And so this was the focus of the course, and it's to enable the student to, within this 1 year, to be able to do that. And so the whole course is, you can study it online or on the ground in Lancashire and Yorkshire, with dedicating just 3 to 4 hours, including class time maximum, and within a year you actually see the fruits of your efforts and really be able to engage in the Quran. So when we're going through the Quran together, you are able to really appreciate why Allah has used this word over another word, why has He placed it in this part of the sentence, not another, and to really emotionally connect with the Quran, so that when you're reciting it or it's being recited to you, you feel actually connected to it, intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually. So I spent the last 10 years trying to come up with a model that would facilitate things for a part-time student to be able to achieve this. And alhamdulillah, I've finally come up with this model that I've been teaching. This is going to be my 3rd year now teaching this. So what's the basic structure of the course? The structure of the course is that if you're on the ground, you're doing 2 hours class time in the week, and then you have a 1 hour revision class on a Friday evenings between 6 and 7, where we recap the material together, so that you don't have to do a lot of the revision yourself. Rather, I guide you through how to study it, because half the problem for most people is not that they can't, the materials, that it's not that the material is difficult, it's that we've sort of lost touch with how to really retain material and how to focus when we're studying as well. So it's a lot of it, our shortcomings, is down to methodology, really, rather than that we are unable to do it. People often complain to me about they have bad memories, but we don't have bad memories, we have untrained memories. So throughout the course, I'm teaching you techniques in order to retain material. And what's unique about this course is it focuses little on memorization and rather familiarization, because the course is based around the 80% Quranic vocabulary rule. So you're constantly, as we study in the course, you're constantly going over, recapping this material and seeing it on a weekly basis. So it ends up just becoming you'll naturally remember the material, rather than having to consciously sit down and really memorize lists of things. And to facilitate the vocabulary as well, I have a vocabulary app, so that for each lesson you have engaging exercises that are variegated and different, in order to help you reinforce the vocabulary. That's for the people on the ground. So we have the 2 hours, and we have the 1 hour online. For those who are online studying, basically you'll see here, so you have the introductory material, technical issues. I explain how to make use of the materials and resources, a method of study, how to apply yourself, and then I have the course book, the PDF. If you're online, I do send out the course book to you as long as you pay the postage and packaging. You'll have the hard copy sent to you as well, but you can have it online as well so that you can download it for yourself, for your own personal use. So you'll see here, lesson 1, basically the first week you'll be sent around the first 3 lessons, and you'll go into these lessons here, and you see, you press play. Get you through Arabic. And you'll watch that video and complete the exercises that are mentioned in the video. And you'll see the first week is around an hour and a half there. So it's about an hour and a half on videos, you're going through the material. And then we have a revision class. So the revision class will recap all that material. And even if you can't attend the live class, which I said was on a Friday from 6 to 7, you will be able to go over it regardless. And you'll see there's the students here with a chat bar, and we have the material on the whiteboard here, and you can pose your questions and answer the questions that I pose to you in that hour revision class. So, and then the next week you'll receive at the beginning of the week again the next 2 or 3 videos, and then you have the next revision class at the end of that week, and then you have revision page that summarizes all the grammar. You have here vocabulary patterns, so that all Arabic words go back to 3-letter root. So if we learn a word like kitab, you see here, I actually give you all the other words around this root system, and I give you the essential meaning and words that stem off from this root, so that you can appreciate the nuances of that word. And then you'll see eventually, let me just see if I can find it. Yeah. So here by lesson 3, I give you extra extra exercises, sentences to reinforce it. So you get loads of practice, and the grammar is very limited in terms of I give you a small amount of grammar, and then loads of practice. It's about reinforcing it through practice. So translating these sentences, and you get that along with the answer key as well. As you eventually progress through the weeks, about on week 5, I think you get your first assignment. Yeah, assignment 1. So the assignments, there's no exams, no tests in the actual course, but there are assignments after a certain amount of lessons, and they're optional. They're just so you basically give them to you, and you complete them at your own time, and you can submit them to me anytime. You go through. It's just some sentences. And once you complete that, send it to me so that I can give you feedback about where where you have grasped the material, and areas where you are still not understanding certain concepts, and I then send you back to the relevant videos, the lessons and videos to recap to understand that. And I said you can send them to me at any time, even after the year. So this is the resources that you get lifetime access to. You can download them as well, and so that if you ever fall behind in the material, you can just go at your own pace. Or if you need to recap, so as we go through, once we eventually finish the course and we start going through surahs together online, the whole point of this course is that when I'm going through the verses, you can follow. Not that you grasp everything. If there's areas that you don't, if there's areas of grammar that you're a bit rusty on, you can go back to these videos and recap. And what I also offer people after the year is that they can come back to classes of the next year's course, as long as they pay a £10 fee for each class. So I give them the course outline of the year, and they can actually work out the weeks that they missed, or weeks that they need a bit more recap on, and they can actually come into the lessons at a £10 fee for each lesson. And so this isn't just a 1-year course. It's actually it's like a membership that you become part of, so that you always can come back and recap things. The whole focus of this course is this becomes a resource, and it becomes a skill that you have that enriches your life when you access the Quran. Um, so these, as I said, these are the resources that you have available to you, and you have assignments throughout the year. After you finish the year, there are two 10-week courses. There's a week verb course, and then after that, there's a 10 forms course going through different conjugations of the different forms of verbs and their conjugation. And then after that, then there are actual courses that are for the courses for the surahs in the Quran as well. So we have a 10-week surah Mulk course, an 11-week surah Waqi'ah class, and I keep continuing. They're all online because my actual students are all over, so we do those online. But also, my plan is this year as well is to do maybe once a month or once every 2 months to do an intensive where we do a 3 hour class on a Saturday. It seems it will be on a Saturday afternoon in either in Keighley or Nelson, where we all come together on the ground and do a surah together. And so the whole purpose of this is to create a Quranic circle, a circle of people who really want to engage with the Quran and understand the Quran on a deep level, in the language that was revealed, so they can really draw out the meanings and the guidance of the Quran itself. So, in terms of now, the course itself is £400 early bird, and then it goes up to 450 after that. That's on September the 1st it goes up. There are payment plans for people. They can, as long as they pay by direct debit, at a monthly price that they can, the amount that they can afford, but they have to commit to that direct debit payment regardless. I also offer discounts for people who are family members. So if there's a husband and wife that want to study together, there's a £50 discount for each of them. So instead of £400, it becomes £350. Or if they enroll later after the early bird, it would be 400 instead of 450. So that's for couples or parents and children. I have had children on the course who have succeeded, but I found if children join the course, that it's important that they have a sibling or they have a parent. It's not necessary, but I found that being the most successful model, because it's not that the children can't grasp the material. They're actually sometimes more able than we are, but they sometimes lose their motivation. So it's helpful when there's someone else alongside that they're familiar with, someone they know, who encourages them to continue. And so I had a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old this year, two girls that completed the course very successfully. So, but what I say is, if people are a little unsure if their children will be able to commit to the class, they can come for the first 2 lessons free, just to get a taste of the course, and then they can make their decision afterwards. Here's the website at www.quraniccircle.com, and you can actually download the first 3 chapters. And you can go to my YouTube channel, Idris Watts, as well, and go to the playlists to watch the videos I've got about the course. I've got the first 2 lessons on there, so you can watch me teaching them, and you can download the PDFs of the first 2 lessons and the course outline, and see those. So here's the course. You can go to Connecting to the Quran, and there is enrollment. It's coming up there where you can enroll. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can email me at info@quraniccircle.com, or you can email me on my personal email, awidris, idrisuk, @gmail.com. So thank you very much, guys. You take care. Assalamu alaikum.